getting sleepy. I see.
I looked upon those 7 girls, no longer breathing. I recalled the word deathbed. In that bright white alley, they lay there lifeless. I didn't think to explore the cause behind it. Death cannot be overturned or reversed. It stays right where it is. The only reason I spilled tears was because of the wretched shape I was in. I had no memory of being loved. The day they were welcomed into their homes, they were given heirloom bells. It proved that they were loved, like family. In all my days, I'd never been given a bell. And yet, here I was, alive, while these girls, who were supposedly loved unconditionally, were dead. It might have been poison, perhaps even disease. Maybe I too would be whisked off by the cold wind of death. Either way, I was alive. A part of my heart scoffed. Serves you right. Just look at the evidence. You ridiculed me, and I survived. You paid the price of cruelty with your lives. But no matter how much I yelled, none of them opened their eyes, and my tears didn't stop. As I picked up one bell after another off the floor, I swore to myself that I wouldn't grieve over them. Not after I'd endured such suffering my whole life. I had the right to mock their life and death. The sound of the bells that were not mine echoed in vain through the air, like the tolling bells of a funeral. Cough, 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 cough. From beyond the tiny window, fitted into the side of the tiny house, a raspy cough could be heard. There was a tiny bed in the room, where a tiny human child's body lay resting.
Honey, you know you have to get some sleep.
The scolding came from a tall woman who entered the room.
No,
He replied, shaking his head.
I'm not sleeping. Henri might come back home.
Oh, sweetie.
The mother's face was troubled. It was easy to see she knew something.
Henri's coming back. I know she is. She always comes home. I gave her a red bell. She's my little sister.
Ah, so evidently Henri was this little boy's sister. I continued to watch them in silence. Thinking about the boy, I was reminded of Henri, who was even tinier than her poor, sickly brother. Once, she came to visit her big brother. He was so pleased and overcome with love for her that he gave her a red bell.
Well, if Henri does come, I'll be sure to wake you.
I know the sound of Henri's bell better than anyone.
Henri's bell was small and red, but she was no longer with us. Her red bell was only here because it had been stripped from her dead body. As I looked up at the moon, I recalled the words, desecrating the dead. What I was about to do was the epitome of spitting in the eyes of the dead. That was exactly what I was doing. But this was my revenge. It was the perfect thing to do. This was my revenge on her for calling me mangy. I rang the bell, the sign of his little sister that the boy claimed to know so well. The window opened. Henri? The boy called to me. Yes, it's me. It's me, Henri. He stretched out his arms to embrace me. "What happened to you? You're all scruffy," he asked. I looked nothing like the beautiful little girl he knew and sounded nothing like her either. Only the red bell remained the same. My revenge was secure. I'm Henri. Henri, with her red bell. The youngest little sister embraced by her brother's small arms.
Achoo! I hope I'm not getting sick. A nice surprise.